Okay. Hey guys. So, little technical difficulties with that last video, but basically what I decided to do is just cut all that out and skip to this part here. So, what I did in the last video, I set up my account here on CodePen, and I went through that small short tutorial on Free Code Camp about how to set it up and how to import Bootstrap. So I've done that, and now this is the current challenge from Free Code Camp. Right, actually, let's go back to Free Code Camp and review that. So basically, I'm going to copy the looks and the functionality of this website here, but I've decided to use not Dr. Norman Borlaug because that's not so fun. So I'm just going to use my wife because she's awesome too. So user story, I can view a tribute with an image. Yep. Click on a link that will take me to an external website with further information. I guess that's going to be the hard part. Maybe I can just link to her Facebook or something. That'd be kind of weird. Read search, ask if you get stuck. When you're finished, click I've completed. So basically, what I like to do when I start out coding a site, especially if it's just like a replicate, a template kind of thing, is I'll code what I see. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to do this because I can't split screen and have, or I can't use my external and screen record with this. This is just a built-in screen recording software. I can only record one window, and this is considered the one window. If I split this off and throw it on my other desktop here to the right, it won't work. So I'm going to close this just so I can Alt-Tab and switch pretty easily. Okay, so from here, let's start. So we'll just throw all of this in a container first, and then I want to put well. We'll do the H1 with my wife's name. And pretty awesome person. So let's use the Bootstrap 4 classes for this because I'm fancy and I like doing that stuff. So display 1, it might be too big. Yep, that's too big. Let's go display 4. It's still a little big. That's the smallest display class. That's okay. We'll figure that out. Okay. And then we'll do class lead. Just adjust that to fit this window here. I'm not trying to do anything fancy. But I do want to label this stuff here. Oh wow, CodePen doesn't let me do that either. Okay, I guess I'm not going to label my classes because I could do that for each and every one, but that makes it a little bit more difficult for me because I'm lazy. Okay, so container while display 4, and then p class. So what lead does is just makes a little more fancy for the whatever you add the class to. So generally it's used just like the way that I'm doing it right now. It's just used as like a subtitle to the title, which is this. So generally what I do, I won't code anything, or I won't style anything until I have all of the content actually structured out through HTML. So let's just continue on with this here. Menu saved a billion lives, so it's going to be an image, what looks like it's inside a card. See that little outline right there? So a card, an image, and then the image, the card text maybe. Man, I think kids are awake. Dang it. Okay, so this is all still going to be inside the well. Let me see how far I can get with this. So card, I don't remember. This is the read, search, ask thing, right? So Bootstrap 4 cards, let's do that. Let's see what the class names is. I'm still trying to get used to Bootstrap. I used Bootstrap 4 for my personal website, hagendev.com, but I don't remember. Okay, so card, and then card image top for the image class, but we can change that. And then card block, which is this right here. This is the card title and the card text. Okay, so probably just image with a class of card image top. And then I guess we'll just use filmary.com for now. Sure. Copy this link just until I can get an actual image of my wife. So I'll worry about that later. Now I think it was in card block. Yeah, so card image top, image cap, card block, and then card text. Div soup. Card block, card text, and finally some words about my wife. Okay, so we'll look at that and we'll see that's inside a little thing. We can work on the padding and the specifics of it later, but I just want to get that going. That's going to bug the crap out of me, so I guess I will just do it the hard way. You know what I should do? This is what I should do. Right, a couple spaces in there, and I'm going to copy this. So that way I can just paste it first and then put in what I want to do. So card block, what is this? This is card, and this is card text. So far so good. Not ideal, but okay. So we're still inside the well with the card here. And I gotta style the well because I just realized that it's not showing up at all. So this is Bootstrap 4. I'm assuming they removed well for something else in Bootstrap 4 because the stylings aren't showing up, right? Like we learned in Free Code Camp. This part right here is the well, but that's okay. So a little bit of a description of the picture, and then it looks like an H4 and H3 maybe, with here's a timeline. So that's outside of the card. So we'll start out with an H4 and see what that looks like. Here's a timeline of Virginia's life. Yeah, that works. It's gonna get real personal up in here. Okay, so looks like just ULLI and the dates are bolded. The dates and the tax are bolded. So how do I want to do this? Let's go ULLI times, I don't know, 4 to start out, 5 to start out. And then we'll do like this. You know what? That's what I should do. I'm just gonna here. Let's try and do it the fancy way. I was gonna maybe do a span, but that seems pointless, especially when I can just bold it in line. But that's not. You know what? No, that's not best practice, is it? ULLI, and then let's put a span. Multiply this by 5. Nope, that's not how that works. ULLI span times. Okay, what if I do this? If I put in parentheses and then I tab over, ULLI to span times 5. Nope, same thing. Okay, I don't know how to fancily do that. and so that's okay. ULLI span, and I can't even duplicate that. Wow. So in my text editor, right, Control-Shift-D duplicates the line. I just have to copy and paste the old-fashioned way. So that's okay. So the span will be the bold, because I don't think that throwing a bold in there is right. So let's go with 1992. And then the tag was actually in there too. So 1992, there's already a space in between there. See how well I know my wife. Born in Cavite City, PI. When she was 7, she moved here. So, 7 or 8? Was it in 2000? We'll go with 8. 8 sounds right. Moved to Las Vegas, Nevada. Looking good so far. Let's skip a lot of stuff. So in 2007 is when we met. Oh, that's weird. 2007 is where we met. When we met Casey Hagen. At nephew. Graduation in San Diego, California. So basically the most important things that are notable in her life are when she was born, when she moved to Las Vegas, and when she met me. So that's great. That's great. 2008, December is when we started dating. Started dating. Casey Hagen. Right. 2009. When did I get back? So 2009, I was in boot camp, July, and 2010, January, I graduated core school. In 2010, July is when she started. Moved in with Casey Hagen in San Diego. San Diego is my first duty station. Let's throw LI with a span again, and then we'll copy some more of these things. We're getting closer. This is actually kind of cool. I feel like I know my wife. Like I should, right? Whoa. That's weird. Oh, in order to, I've done that a few times. I don't think I've actually explained that. But in order to adjust that, you know, to move it around like that, in order to nest it properly, you hold Control and you hit the bracket buttons. So left bracket moves it left, and right bracket moves it right. So let's see. 2010, that's when we moved together. 2012, we moved to Rota, Spain. Also 2012. That'll work. Also 2012. Oh, wait. Oh, man. Wow. I completely skipped out one of the most important dates. 2011, we got married in August. married Casey Hagen in August 2011. Well, okay, so I didn't put the months before. I don't want to be that specific, especially. Yeah, it works. So, born in Cavite, moved to Vegas, met in 2007, started dating in 2008, moved in 2010, 2 years later, married, moved to Rota, Spain, and then we'll do like a sidebar for also 2012. Is there any way that I can indent that? Maybe I can indent. No, it's not a text editor, or it's not a Word document. I can't do that. That'll just look weird. Okay, that's fine. So also 2012, we adopted, bought. Chewy was born. We got him in Spain. Chewy was born. There you go. Let's call it. We got him in Spain. So that was in 2012. Now in 2014, our first son was born. Elijah J. First son was born in 2014. And then in 2015, we moved back to San Diego, California. At that point, I was on a ship. I'm getting closer. Fast forward to 2016. Our second son was born. Ethan Alexander was born. And then now I guess in 2017, we moved to Yokosuka, Japan. And finally, 2018, our third son, youngest son, what is his name? Evan. Virgilio was born. Man, I hear my kids. I'm almost done. I hear my kids. I'm almost done. I just need to style it. That wrapping really makes it look terrible, but it looks like that, right? So that's fine. So it's a rough timeline, basically saying that her important parts in her life was when she was born, when she moved to Vegas, and she met me. And then that was pretty much it. I'm sure she's experienced other things in her life, like going to school and graduating and all that stuff. Maybe I should throw that in there. No, I'm done. Okay, so for the sake of this, let's just call it, let's call it done. And then a quote. I know her favorite quote, or one of the favorite things that she likes is the Serenity Prayer. So let's just throw that in there. I have to Google it because I don't remember it. So we'll copy this, and then I don't know if there's a quote class for Bootstrap, but that's okay. We'll throw that in there. So that's her favorite. That's her favorite little saying. And then, if you have time, you should read more about this incredible human being on his Wikipedia entry. I guess that's it, huh? That looks like an H4. It doesn't look like a P. Yeah, so that's the same with this one too. Let's change this one to an H4. See how that looks. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. And then we'll do this. So if you have time, read more about this just leave that blank. On her Facebook page. Bam. What's up with that? What can I'm gonna do this because it's quick, but that's like old school. Will that work? No, it's already broke. It's already line break. I remember when I first got into HTML and CSS, I didn't realize necessarily what it was. It's not gonna work, so that's okay. We'll do this about class equals py5. Basically, what that does, so it's a Bootstrap utility class, right? See how there's more space there? It's a Bootstrap utility class in Bootstrap 4 that lets you adjust padding and stuff. So padding along the y-axis, right? X is going this way for the math people, and then y is going up and down. Padding along the y-axis, and put 5, so 5 pixels. I don't know how high that number goes up, but you can put 1 through 5 for sure. It's the same thing with margin too. So if you wanted to change the margin, you would just put my and then 5 for whatever the margin is. I think it's pretty useful. I like it. Just for that space, so I don't use break return like a moron. So, but basically, what I was saying before, what was I saying before? HTML and CSS when I first started back in MySpace, but I didn't realize it was necessarily HTML and CSS. So I used break return, the image source, you know, all of that fun stuff. It was great. So I guess that's pretty much it. We just have to style it now. So we'll tweak the way that this looks. So let's go. Okay, so for the well, now I have to figure out how we're going to do this well. So it's a well selector, right? I'm going to style this really quickly here. Man, why is it so slow now? I guess I really need to get some new software. I don't know why it keeps cutting out on me like that. I think when I move it or something, I guess it does that. It's really weird. But okay, so we got the well. Let's just kind of tinker around with this because I don't know what the styles were for that. So that looks good. We can use it a little bit more lighter, but that's okay. We'll go padding all around, maybe 15 pixels to start. 25 pixels to start. That looks a little better. Okay, and then what does this look like? Yeah, so there's that. Maybe more than 25 pixels. 35 pixels. And then we'll see, maybe pop that off of the corner there, 15 pixels. Yeah, it looks good. I like it. And then, so border radius, we'll set that at like a 3 pixel border radius just to make those corners there a little more nice. That looks more like a 5 though. So 5 pixel border radius, and the color is definitely off. It's not completely there, but that's okay. So what I want to do is maybe we'll just make that font size, although since I have display 1 there, it's just going to override anyways. Because inline styles override, so this class is going to override whatever I put in there. And there's no display 5 or 6, so maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just take this out and do it normally. Because that's bugging me how that is just, maybe if I take out the L. No. I'm just saying, well, I mean, okay, so when I get to a wider thing, it'll be okay. It's just that viewpoint error. Let's just do that. I want to keep the display in there. Display 4. Man, lag. Is it my computer or what? Am I just typing at the speed of light? Look at that. Okay, so Virginia, yep, pretty awesome person. So I want to text center both of these. So I guess we just might as well use text center both of those. Should happen. Yep. Text center and some words about my wife. I'm gonna actually use a picture over here. So let's go onto our Facebook. Let's go into our Facebook and steal a picture. That'll work. Look at that. That's 5 years ago. That's Chewy. Where are we? Where is that? Where were we 5 years ago? Spain? 2018. So in 2013, I guess we were in Spain in 2013. So this was before all of our kids. Because at this point we hadn't had Elijah yet. I really need to get better recording software, but that's okay. This is just for me. I don't think anybody's actually going to watch this. Anyways, so let's replace this. Actually, why did I do that? I should have just copied the link. I'm just going to copy the link. Doesn't go so slow. Where's my memories? Okay, this is actually kind of frustrating. Why is my computer running so slowly? Oh well. Okay, well, Bill Murray's just going to be my wife for a little bit longer there. So I don't remember if this was centered or not, but let's see. Yeah, it's definitely centered. Okay. So card text, and we'll throw in the text center there. That should be magical. Yep, text center, and then maybe a little bit more spacing. So what I can do again, right, with the padding classes, we can do a pi 4. No. No. Nope, 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 nope. Not that one. I don't want it on that one. So what that did was add a whole bunch of random padding, and that looks like a lot of space in between these two. Maybe I don't want that so much. I want it right here. So here's the timeline of Virginia's wife. It's like an H2 or an H. There you go. Class equals PY 3. Maybe let's see what that looks like. 3. It's a little more off the bottom. That'll work. So there's the timeline. I'm gonna put a little less distance in between that also. I can hear my kids moving around upstairs. There you go. That's better. Okay, I think that's pretty much it, minus the picture. But since my computer is being so dang slow, I guess I'll just update that later. Actually, you know what? Let me change this to like an image fluid, maybe, because I don't really like the way that that looks. Man, it wasn't doing this earlier. It's really slow. Okay, so the image fluid class is on there. I hear my kids. How about this? How about I make this, because it's obnoxiously large, and I don't want it to be that big. I don't want it to be that big, so let's make the image height of 50% maybe, just to keep that. No, let's not do percentages. 25%. I can't adjust height like that, can I? That's embarrassing. 400 pixels. A little less squishy. There you go. That'll work. That looks a little bit better. Okay, cool. So let's change the view. Go to full page and just see what this looks like. It's saved, right? I hope it's saved. Auto saves. Let's see what this looks like. Did it not autosave? Oh my god, if it didn't autosave. If you did not autosave. CodePen. Oh, come on, CodePen. What did you do to my code? There's nothing there anymore. CodePen.